Billions of shillings are paid every month for government services on eCitizen, but do you know where that money actually goes? Now, a recent Auditor General's report has raised the alarm. Over 9.6 billion shillings in questionable transactions. The National Treasury never signed formal agreements with the companies collecting this money, and that it has left over 7 billion shillings just sitting in limbo, and another 2.5 billion shillings in receipts that can't even be linked to an invoice. To understand how we got here, let's unwind. eCitizen started in 2014, built by a Kenyan tech startup called Webmasters. It quickly became the country's main digital gateway for over 22,000 services. This is from NTSA to the Kenya Revenue Authority. Behind it is a private consortium called ECS, or Electronic Citizen Services. This brings together three entities. There's Webmasters, that deals with customer care, PesaFlow, dealing with cash collection, and Olive Tree Media, that deals with bulk messaging and security support for notification services. But it has not always been this way. At first, a company called gov't Capital collected payments via the paybill number 206206, but they had no formal contract with the government. Now, the Auditor General called that illegal, and gov't was kicked out. Treasury took over the paybill number. PesaFlow then took over collections in 2017. Some of its shareholders were former Webmasters staff. Come 2023, the government bought eCitizen, but ECS still runs it under a 3-year maintenance contract. There's also a 50 shilling convenience fee charged when paying for a service on the platform, which itself has been a source of controversy. The charge was introduced to cater for the, convenience of not having to visit a government office physically for your service. That's what one of the Webmasters founding directors, Ksh.1, told me in an interview back in April. He said that the convenience fee is the only source of money that keeps eCitizen going, and that the platform has never been funded by the National Treasury.
If a service is worth 1,000 shillings, that 1,000 shillings is 100% Kenya government money. That's a taxpayer money. The 50 bob on top is not taxpayer money. This is the money that a user has paid for the convenience to use this platform. Now, government is collecting that as well. So we are invoicing for that money that is not exchequer money. So government is not losing any revenue. They have their 1,000 shillings intact.
The company says because it lost control of that paybill number, it now has to invoice the government monthly for every transaction that has gone through the platform for it to be paid back that convenience fee bill. Today, eCitizen handles about 1 billion shillings every single day for the government. It is important to note that this is not the first time the Auditor General is raising concerns about the system. Last year, she flagged and verified receipts worth over 15.5 billion shillings. But ECA says the system is foolproof and that all the transactions are verified before the company even invoices to the government. In the April interview, Webmasters said the questions that the AG has raised should be direct to the Interior Ministry, which now manages eCitizen through the State Department for Immigration and Citizen Services.
Since it's a system, you just pull the data from the system and you can actually verify to the phone number, to the service, to the ID number of the person that procured that service. So it's very foolproof. You'll know this transaction was done. So the government side have very many layers of verification. It's not one individual verified. It has checks and balances. So you can't falsify a transaction that did not exist.
So all this leaves one major question unanswered. Is the problem with the private operators behind eCitizen, or it is in the government side of things? Now, for a deeper breakdown on the multi-million shilling agreements ECS has made with the government, as well as our full interview on that eCitizen story before it was even launched in 2014, check out www.citizen.digital.